This channel is sponsored by the Orchid Supply Store. It is literally your one-stop shop for anything and everything you could possibly need orchid related. And they even sell orchids. Use my name code Hillbilly in the code section for a 12% viewers discount. So go check them out, y'all. Hey y'all, it is Paula with Hillbilly Orchids. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. I wanted to come to you and talk to you. You're like, Orchid channel. Why am I looking at bugs, Paula? Why am I looking at bugs? I wanted to come and talk to you guys a little bit. Now, about the bugs. That's what I wanted to talk to you about. The bugs. This summer, a lot of us were hit with spider mites horribly. It was, some of us had thrips. I mean, some of us just been really fighting bugs. So, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit. Now, one of my viewers, I'll put up his comment. I'm pretty sure I saved it. If not, I should be able to go back and pull it off of there. But I do want to give him the credit because he brought it forward, and I want to talk about it because he had asked me. He's like, Raquel mentioned this a few times, and I was like, he did. So I actually got to talk to him again the other day, Raquel, and we was talking on the phone, and I told him, I said that this person had actually mentioned to me about the bug frass. It's F-R-A-S-S, which is nothing more than bug poop. Okay, so basically in bug poop, okay, there is a thing called chitins. Yeah, I always have to think how it's spelled. I'll put it up on the thing too to show you that it is. It's called chitins, and it is. It's a breakdown of like these exoskeletons of the mealworms, and these are just full of chitins. These are just full of chitins. And I've had mealworms, like I've cultured mealworms for like the last couple of years. Those of you that followed me on Instagram might have known a couple years ago I had a robin come to my kitchen window, and she kept pecking on my window at me, and I didn't know why, and I didn't know what was going on. So I started feeding her. I gave her blueberries, and she ate them, and then I was like, well, I'm going to see about getting her some mealworms. So I went and got mealworms. Well, the mealworms that I bought at the store, they're actually called super mealworms. And the super mealworms are actually sprayed with a chemical that doesn't allow them to reproduce. It doesn't allow them to molt and change. And so what it does is it just allows them to keep getting bigger, and they just grow big, and then they die. Well, I kind of thought to myself, I'm like, well, that's not really good for her. I don't want to feed her and have her feeding her babies chemical-laced mealworms, So I ordered some and got them in, and then I started culturing them myself to feed her and her babies. So that's what I did, and I wound up, she never came back after that winter. And, in the spring when they returned, she never returned. So, I just had a bunch of mealworms then with nothing to do with them. So I've still been culturing them. I take them out and feed them to my wild birds every now and again. But, I was thinking all along, I was like, I didn't realize that I'm sitting on a gold mine, I think, So anyways, after talking to Rick and, doing some of the research on my own, I have found that plants, orchids, and actual other plants too, soil plants as well, they actually have an immune response themselves to bugs. Okay, so anytime a bug attacks them, they actually have that response that builds their own immunities against bugs. Okay, And Rick told me that he himself treated his plants with the chitins, and he said I didn't have issues with bugs, which, you know, is just kind of awesome. So you guys probably, some of you guys like probably don't really want to sit and look at the bugs so much, but they don't really bother me. They're, you know, they're just bugs, but, you know, a lot of people, you know, are like, ew, they're bugs, you know, so they don't want to sit and look at the bugs. But I do want to explain to you that these mealworms, they're fed carrots, so it has to be like a vegetable. You know, some crickets, you can use the frass from crickets, you can use the frass from mealworms. These mealworms, they are, what they do is they start from a teeny tiny egg, and then they shed this exoskeleton, which is full of the chitins. And when that sheds, then they get bigger. Let's see if I can find one. Oh. They shed until they get bigger, and they turn into this mealworm. Okay, well then that mealworm then turns into a pupa. I just had it. There it was. It turns into a pupa like this, and then that pupa then turns into a beetle. Find a beetle. Some of these beetles aren't alive anymore. I didn't really get a chance to take too good a care of them while my back was out, so they're kind of mixed now, and they shouldn't be. But yeah, they turn into a beetle like that, and then the beetles breed and lay eggs, and the process starts all over again. Okay, so of course, while they are doing their thing, they poop. So this is all the frass. This is all mealworm poop, okay? And that is what is good for having your plants build their own immunities, which is the chitins, okay? So let me tell you a little bit about the benefits of insect frass on your plants. Basically, let me see. I got a few notes here. It is like a fertilizer too. So not just do they benefit adding chitins to your plants to make your plants think they're being attacked and produce their own immunities. Okay, you know what it does. That's what it does. Basically, they make them think they're being attacked when they're really not. So they're producing those immunities and building themselves and making themselves strong to protect them against bugs when they do get attacked. So but it's also a fertilizer. It's a usually like a 2-2-2. It's a real low balance rate of nutrients, and it has a lot of micronutrients too, which is really good. The thing I'm thinking of though is like that really thin frass will fall through my pots. Some of it probably will. Some of it will stick and break down like it should. It probably does work a lot better in like soil plants, but I'm going to give it a try in my plants. I don't see any reason why not to. You know what I mean? Like I said, I've got a rich environment right here, because this is not the only. I have several buckets of mealworms. So. But it contains the chitins, which is found in large concentrations in the cell walls of insects. So that's why the shells are more important. And it tricks the plants into thinking that the attack is imminent. They build their own built-in resistance to pests and disease. And it helps trigger their growth rates, productivity, and immune response are all boosted significantly. It is chock full of micronutrients and high levels of natural silicon and very low levels of sodium and chloride. So it's really, like I said, it's not, you know, I mean, I've got several things of it, so it's worth me, you know, trying. Let's see, basically, the micronutrient supply is immediate and slow released. It has the chitins and biomolecules that contains beneficial microbes and biomolecules, including versatile polysaccharide, which is sugars, that is called chitins. Frass products may also include other natural components created during rearing and harvesting of the insects, including leftover insects and sometimes exoskeletons from the insects themselves. So all of that winds up, you know, being an amendment for any kind of soils or medium. It promotes healthy plant growth, and nutrient-rich composition of frass nourishes plants, resulting in vigorous growth, improved flowering, and enhances soil fertility. But that's soil. But like I said, I mean, you know, Rick said he used it in orchids, so and it, like I said, it will get caught in places and stay and break down like it should. So I just really think that it's beneficial for me to give this a try and, you know, kind of go from there and see what happens. You know, it could help, it could, you know, it might not. The only one way to find out is to do it and see. Now, I'm curious if any of you all have tried it. Anybody out there, please let me know in the comments below. And, you know, let's discuss this a little bit and let me know what you guys think about it. It's, you know, it's a pure natural way of battling bugs. You know, it's not, you know, not like systemic pesticides and things like that. And if it helps your plants build their own defenses, you know, like I said, it's basically faking them out and making them think that they're being attacked when they're really not. So it's really boosting their immune levels and their immune responses. So I think it's worth a try. And like I said, I think as of today, I'm going to try and do this and see how it goes. Like I said, I have plenty of frass, and yeah, I don't see the harm. I mean, like I said, worst comes to worst, it just won't work. But pretty much, you know, I know of some of the stuff I read that it's, you know, it does work, and so I'm going to give it a try. So there you guys go. Let me know what you think. And with that said, I appreciate each and every one of you beautiful, wonderful people stopping by and hanging out with me. And bye for now, y'all, till we meet again.